where? I can't tell. So that's really,
All right.
really awesome.
It's just the case of faking it until you make it.
Exactly, right? And not showing it to whoever's
Yes.
listening to you.
Yeah. All right, sleeves are coming up. It's
yeah,
game time.
That's fine. The biggest thing for me that I'd like to work on with you is trying to make everything feel really, really liquidy and connected.
Okay.
So most of it does sound really liquidy and connected. Sometimes there are some notes, and of course, like the fingerings are all over the place, right? Between throat tones and between going across the break. But trying to not let it sound too note, 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 but instead a really, really, really long line. The other thing too is just to work out dynamic relationships.
Yes.
So making sure that this actually sounds pianissimo compared to how you start it, right? But I liked your forte, and I think even your forte is going to be just a little bit bigger as well. So let's start. Actually, can you just go through and play all of the notes, and you can just play them as long tones, but all the notes where there's a significant dynamic change happening.
Wait, so just...
Yeah, just hold it and then end it. It doesn't matter how long you hold it for. Hold it, end it, go jump to the next one.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that one, yeah, I would really go for that one for sure. Unless Mr. Code tells you otherwise, but because, I mean, yes, it looks like you don't have lots of time, but you have forever, right?
Right.
So to be able to make that difference, I think would be really, really cool as a listener. And of course, keeping the big stuff for that point, right? Okay, now, with that in mind, actually try this. Play this one first, then jump to here, and then start the piece, just so you know where you want to be for the piece.
Nope.
Yeah. Do you
Let's try that again.
That's okay. Do you practice double lip?
No.
Aw.
I can try that.
Yeah, try it just for fun to help keep yourself really tall with your embouchure.
Nope, not happening.
Can you try that like a mezzo forte or whatever? Yeah, and you can really feel like you're rolling in that top lip too, just to open up just a little bit more. Yeah, that's the idea. Now see if you can start it a little bit softer. And it can be an air attack, that's fine. Yeah, I think just practicing with double lip a little bit because, and I think you're doing it, but you can always hold your bell with your legs, right? So that you're not trying to munch down. But I think it'll help you really control your sound with your air rather than trying to bite down to control it, right? So that's how I would practice both the softs and the louds, for sure. But back to regular embouchure, go ahead and do that one and then jump to the beginning. To it just a little more at the beginning, and of course everything's in relation to each other, right?
Yes.
So you could potentially start it less and just let it grow here, and then it'll sound less.
Right. It'll still have the same effect.
Right. But I liked that difference a lot with it too. Can you just do? Why don't we start from the B flat, just to work on making that transition? I know it's a hard one.
It's terrible,
right? It's awful.
It's terrible. Nope, that was even worse. Third time's the charm.
It was a little bit. Yes. Now I think to help avoid it popping out too much, For me, I'd probably, well, let's see. I think on the A, I just blow into the A a little bit more at the end, so that way the C doesn't pop out of the texture. Try also, so that, and if it doesn't work, then fine, right? Because now we don't want the A to pop out of the texture. The other thing too that helps me is to try and think about how close I can actually keep my first finger. Because for me, I tend to bring it up, and it looks like yours is coming up just a little bit more. That way, and sometimes when I think about that, it just brings everything else a little bit closer, so I can just kind of glide it on rather than plop it on, right?
I just had a long conversation with all of my middle schoolers about this.
It's
weird how it all comes full circle.
No, even Dr. Cole, like, I find myself saying the same things that Dr. Cole says to me with my beginners. I'm like, yeah, I need to work on it too.
Exactly. This will be good material for them in a few days.
Yeah.
That was it. Yes!
There we go. Really good. So maybe just a finger thing, but also maybe a combination between finger and air thing.
Probably both.
Yeah. And the other, that time it wasn't a problem, but the other finger, the first finger looked great. The other one that tends to come away quite a bit is this one as well.
It waves.
Yeah, it waves. Yeah. But that was really great. Cool. Ask in the context.
Sure.
Like it melted into everything.
Perfect.
And especially like, I don't know if you were thinking anything different in the last few, but I think with those ones, maybe it was just the fact that you were running out of air a little bit and you engaged a little bit more here.
That's it.
That everything, I mean, it sounded just a little bit more melted together rather than no. So, I mean, make yourself run out of air a lot just to see what happens with your support, right? And see if you can get that same kind of engagement in this area as well. But let's keep on going for now. Yeah. Can you do that without the shoulder going too? That's okay. Yeah, so that wasn't good. That's okay. Try it again and see if you can relax. And I do the same exact thing.
Yep.
And the only reason why, I mean, everyone always said to me like relax, but no one told me why until recently, is because when I do it, then my fingers do something weird too, and it actually gets in the way of my technique. So that's the only thing that I'm gonna watch you from this way to see what it does to your left hand too.
There's footage of me doing that in a concert. My friend Michaela that I met, that was in another band, she used to make fun of me because we were doing the Mackie and I had the solo for the third movement.
Yeah.
And but she could see the shoulder every single time.
Every time. Right? And
it was just a running joke at the convention. It was great.
Yeah. Now one more time. It's this one, right?
Yes.
Can you try the air thing this time? So the fingers, it didn't look like the fingers got in the way, and I didn't hear a ploop with your fingers.
Right.
But the C almost that time sounded like there was an accent on it.
Okay.
So maybe a little bit more on the 8, and then you don't have to work as hard to get the C out.
Got it.
And now, so that transition was really gorgeous that time. Now, if you can do it one of two ways. So all of this was just a little bit bigger, and then the F sharp sounded like, right, and completely like your tone was lost on it. So can you try and give a little bit more so that you can match the same tone color as you get on the others? Or what you can do is think the same support, right? Think the same air connection, but make the first one a little bit softer.
Okay.
was before, and it's just working on that interval, right? And just making that your new habit to really make sure that the fingers are where they have to be.
Right.
Yeah, great. Keep going.
Sure.
And see if you can lead the rest of your right hand with your pinky.
Okay.
And it's just kind of a mental thing, right? But try it. See what happens. One more time.
Nope.
That made it a little more smooth, right? So whatever you have to do. The thing that I was curious about is that, and you changed it one of the times, is that your pinky started pretty far out, and then right before you played, you brought it closer, and then you let it go down.
Got it.
So, again, just checking in on technique and thinking about how can what you're doing with your fingers change how you hear it too. One more time, keep going. Anytime you go to the C's, right? Yeah, but I think you already know how to do it very well.
There we go.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Let's do this wonderful little gesture.
I got too loud too fast.
That's okay. Have you ever? Okay, Dr. Cole makes us do crazy things, and I'm sure Mr. Cole does too. Have you ever played one-legged before?
I did at Clear Essentials when I was a student.
Yay!
So do you want me to try it?
Yes, try it. Or I mean, you could do it sitting down too.
But there's no fun in that.
Yeah, I know, right? All the way. Or we can do wall sits too. My little kids
traumatized.
I know, my little kids hate it, but they know, like, as soon as they come into every lesson, they have to start with their scale.
Oh, no.
A wall sit. But yeah, try it and just see if it helps you engage in a different way.
Here. I'll be easier for me to do this without the shoes. Alright. If I'm gonna do tree pose, I gotta do it all the way.
Go all the way, of course.
Oh, gross. Just keeps getting worse. Wait a second. Professor Code and I talked about how I might be holding that over my lesson. I think I might be playing it too long.
In the counting?
Yes.
Where can you just tap your tempo for me and then I'll be the tapper after?
Okay. Perfect. Right. Yeah.
To these ones, this one was held a little bit too long.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna count as we go. So
All
it's about here?
That sounds about right.
Okay. Different with sound, or was it mostly tempo?
It was mostly me just trying to stay on one foot.
Okay, but it sounded different.
It worked.
So it was either a combination of air, right, but also with support, but also with not running out of air too fast.
Right.
The thing that I really loved about the sound of that is that the first time I heard C sharp, D, E flat, right, or D sharp, E.
Yeah.
But this time I heard it as one long idea, and everything was really well connected.
Good.
And there wasn't too much space in between each one, too. So that's what I really liked about it. Are you going to sit when you perform?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and sit, but see if you can, whatever you did for the support for that time, see if you can get that while you're sitting. And for me, it's kind of just feeling like pushing down into the chair a little bit.
All right.
You want me to be your counter again?
Please.
Okay. Almost. That would be cool.
Maybe one day, but I'll just start it louder for now.
Yeah, or, okay, in a nutshell, what's everything you think about for outside and inside when you're starting that note? Tall, like being really, really tall.
Tall inside, dropped outside.
Yeah, for sure. Have you ever thought about if you were to yawn with your mouth closed, like in class when you don't want teacher to see you yawning, can you feel like your soft palate just wants to raise a little bit? See if you can start almost like in that yawning spot.
Start forte at that next. It's not measured. It's weird.
Right. Yeah.
So probably shouldn't get any louder than about a mezzo forte plus.
Right. And the way that I was thinking about it is that really this sound is still in the audience's ear, right? So it's almost like we're still hearing the crescendo happen, and this is where you come in. Right.
That's the technical arrival point. It's just there's a weird rest in the middle.
Yeah. So if I were you, and the way I perceive it is that crescendo is still going. So I would really just lay into it a little bit more.
Okay.
Is it too hard to start right on?
No.
That's really nice. Just a little bit more present here, okay. So that doesn't get too soft at the end of that. And of course, I mean, you don't know where Messiaen wanted you to actually end at that point, right? So it's totally up to you. But I just want more sound on that A, so I can hear that that's the end of the phrase. And I think for the end of every single phrase here, I want enough sound so that I can still hear it throughout the rest.
Yes. Right. I'll start with that D sharp.
Yeah, that works. Paced to the end too, so I really like that. Awesome. Can you do like 2 more minutes? It's already 2:35.
Oh, I can go as long as you need me to, or until the next person comes.
Cool. Well, you're my last person, so I won't take you too much longer.
Alright.
Because I need to go write my dissertation.
Woo!
But let's start.
Papers.
I know.
Do you want me to do the F sharp? Or do you want me to get into some of the technical stuff?
Yeah, let's go to the technical stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
but
no.
I'm dearly in love with that piece.
Yeah. So. Okay, so this reminds me so much of Firebird. So if I were practicing Firebird and learning it for the first time, I'm just gonna show you so that.
Sure, go for it. You have the idea. And I was a nerd over the break and I researched baby blackbird calls.
Nice! Right. That's awesome! I think that's fantastic.
They're adorable baby birds and be excuse to watch animal videos.
Exactly, because it'll help you.
Exactly.
Right? Mom, Dad, I'm not procrastinating. I'm just looking.
I mean, both my parents are bird people, so
good.
They don't think it's weird.
So they enjoyed it, for sure. My parents would be like, go practice. Don't watch videos. Okay, so it's very similar in the fact that it's gesture, break, gesture, break, gesture, break.
Right.
So, I'm sure when you were practicing it was like super duper metronomic, right?
Not always.
Not always. Maybe go back and just do it really slow to make sure that each note speaks exactly how you want it, and then with a metronome, and then slowly move it up. But like when I'm working on Firebird, it's super metronomic. And I try and it's hard, but I want to go from metronomic gradually to a whole gesture.
Got it.
Which I think you're at the gesture part, but now it's maybe just coming back and working on to make sure that each note actually speaks how you want it. Because the effect is there for real. So, actually, let me show you something super duper cool.
Okay.
Do you use tonal energy at all?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever recorded on tonal energy?
It's been a few years.
Okay. There's a really awesome feature called the stretch feature. Do you know what that
is? I know where this is going.
Okay, yes, I just found out about this, so I'm using it all the time. But let's do just like maybe 2 gestures, just a couple bars, and then we'll slow it down and listen. Yeah, let's just do that much. Okay, so we'll listen.
I'm happy it was better the second time.
It was better. It was so much better that time. We'll listen at full tempo first. Yeah, let's just go. And then let's make it. We'll go down to like 70%.
I'm not emotionally ready for this.
It's like brutally honest, but it'll help you.
Yes. It's like eating your veggies.
Exactly. Good for you. Oh. Yeah. So you can hear like this gesture was really, really
That
nice,
was right. That one is always going to give me trouble for the rest of the time.
Yeah. So let's just dig in for like 30 seconds on it. But it goes super duper slow. And likely it's that E to D interval, right? That's maybe. Yeah. That was already a little bit clearer, right? So even if you do like dee, dee, da, dee, da, just try that. Yeah. Again. A little faster. Yeah, and there, and it's already cleaner, right? So I would just do like maybe. Have you ever played the game where, and it's kind of daunting, but you do it like 5 times at whatever, let's just say 85. Then you bump it up to 95 once, and then you go to 86 times. Then 90.
I've done that version.
It takes a long time, but like it really gets it into the fingers and muscle memory, right?
Well, I know what I'm doing for my homework today.
I know. It takes a long time, but it helps. And that was already better. So I think if you just dig into little details like that and use the recording and stretch feature, and it's really fantastic. I know, but it already sounds so great. So now it's just getting into the details, right? And it's